Okay, it's day 78, and this is part 3. And I will use this paragraph of the Joint Committee Plan of Action. This is the Iran nuclear deal, to really just basically show a timeline of 2013, March 2013, to now. The Iranian people now are in the streets because they now know the details of these talks and then what happened with the money. It's very simply going to be Eric Braverman saying follow the money in this deal, and all deals really with the Clinton Foundation. And when the population finds out about it, they get mad. And I'll explain what I mean. If you look at this through the eyes of the Awans representing Pakistan, if you look at it through the Stokeses representing the interests in Iran and Hezbollah, and then you look at uranium in this interest with the uranium conspirators, the FBI, mainly, are the three basic parties to this transaction that are not at the table of the P5 plus one, one being China, the other five being kind of the Security Council members that were in party to this. The three parties here are really the Stokes with the old Iran interests. You've got the uranium one, as I mentioned, with the FBI, and then you also have the financial interests of the seized assets, the $150 billion. So anyway, if you don't remember the deal, the secret negotiations begin in 2013. You have everyone talking about they need to get rid of their uranium yellow cake capability. Now, if you're the FBI, you know that you're going to make a huge windfall profit here because Iran is going to be dependent on you for yellow cake uranium. This is going to be where you're shipping the yellow cake uranium. This is just a replay of the Iranian oil embargo that Bill Clinton did, only you're going to do it now as Hillary with the yellow cake uranium. So the FBI is going to be taken care of here right off the bat by reducing the consumption or the production of yellow cake uranium. Also, if you're Imran Awan representing the government of Pakistan, you're also going to be happy because you have the Kazakhstan uranium that's going to be reduced to yellow cake in Pakistan, and that is also going to be potentially supplied to Iran. So Iran is happy here. Now, you also have other things going on politically, like you have a car theft ring taking weapons now that's already in play during this to ISIS through these used cars through West Africa. And this is this Operation Project Cassandra that we're doing with the Drug Enforcement Administration. Now, this is going to hold up the deal. This is going to hold up you making the Uranium One deal for the Canadian and U.S. uranium coming from all parts of the United States. It's also going to hold up, potentially, the deal with Afghanistan, because now there may be sanctions against Afghanistan if this news of this Project Cassandra comes up. That's why the FBI here, with their interest in the yellow cake, squash the Project Cassandra, which is what we're dealing with here. This is what Project Cassandra is going to be, what undoes the Uranium One conspiracy, depending on who the Attorney General is and so forth. Now you see Jeff Sessions very tepidly ordering that investigation be reopened, but there's no way, because it's so interconnected, there's no way all that is not going to come out. And once you understand that the Strokes part of this is really the other side of the transaction, the reason why the FBI here and the Uranium One conspirators want the Strokes is so they can understand the Iranian point of view and understand the Iranian market. This is the same reason why you have a Mark Lambert understanding Russians and where the uranium is coming from. You need experts at every point along the Uranium One rat line in terms of moving the uranium, in terms of basically getting the Uzbeki truckers to move the rat lines, the Pakistan ISI to enforce the rat lines, and get it all the way logistically to Iran or other UAE and other customers for this basic uranium rat line. So uranium really ties the whole thing together. Now, there's also going to be financial plays of getting that money back, the money of the $150 billion. So you're going to have one other group, which is going to be Fusion GPS, which is going to be your soft coups and smears. Think of that as the left hand of the FBI. The left hand of the FBI is smears, That's a much better way of doing it. You smear different executives and put your executives in place and then make money that way, maybe even take over the whole company. Or the other one is you have the wife of Peter Strokes, who can go in and stab with the short sword and basically just through the SEC enforcement division get the company that way. But either way, if you're Andy McCabe, you've got a left hand and a right hand now to ensure that you're going to be able to be in a financial position to take advantage of the $150 billion going back to Iran. Now, the problem with Trump right now is he can undo the whole thing through seizure of assets. All the money that's been stolen by Andrew McCabe through soft coups with Fusion GPS or the short sword SEC type enforcements is now also able to be frozen wherever it is in the world. And when Andy McCabe retires, now that money is returnable to either the government of Iran and the people of Iran or the different parties, the different companies that have been defrauded.